Okay, I think I hidden from this chick long enough. Let's actually talk about the saga of Tanya the Evil and my thoughts about the show that we've seen so far. So what's good everybody, it's your boy Jason 4 here, and today I thought I'd bring up Tanya the Evil. Mainly because, well, you know, season 2 is a thing, it's gonna happen, and well, while I'm not sure if there's a release date to it yet or not, I wanted to get my thoughts about what I've seen of season 1. Now, bear in mind, I seen Tanya about a few years back, about maybe like 2019, so not the freshest thing on my brain, but it was an anime I wanted to talk about, considering I binge watched the entire thing and enjoyed the entire ride. Yes, I watched all the episodes in one go and in one day. Yes, I was that crazy. Anyway, now, when it comes to Tanya, well, I guess I should give you a review of what Tanya is. Basically, you got this salaryman, and he was out his way to, you know, do stuff and screw over people. And then he said, then some other worker that got fired by him was like, nah fam, F this, and pushed him into the subway tracks. But then all of a sudden, God just came out of nowhere. It was like, hey, I'll help you out. Only if you convert to Christianity though. Like, it's all good over here. And he's like, but then the salaryman was like, nah fam, I'm good. I don't believe in anything. Oh, okay, got eaten that day. Then Isekai teleported to a magical realm that was actually very bad, and you know, transformed into a tiny child who, you know, was poor. So basically, things happened, and you know, managed to get into the military ranks of the fatherland, and pretty much just whooped everybody's ass. And then the funny, I guess ironic thing is that there's people that absolutely rely on the power of God to win their battles. But yeah, it's weird. But Tanya's kind of forced to do it. However, she still does not believe in God at all, and just only calls God Project X because some weird entity to her controlling her fate like this. That's no God. That's some type of project. That's some type of other type of entity that posing as God. So yeah, I guess that's how I could explain it. That's how I would explain that. And to go, of course I would. Honestly, it's just nice to get some new season of this show because I really did enjoy the run, and it's honestly nice to see old anime getting another season. It's like when a Gensai artist go back and draw a character that you haven't seen in a while, and you're just like, oh wow, it's so amazing to see her again. Just like Kimiko with Shaolin Showdown. I haven't seen Shaolin Showdown in years, and it was one of the good shows from Cartoon Network's prime days. Shingawu, anybody? But anyway, my thoughts on Tanya. Tanya an evil bitch. I ain't gonna lie, she is evil, but I kinda like it in a weird way. I mean, yeah, you have your moments where it's just absolute messed up that she gone that far to, you know, train her people or kill her enemies in a messed up way, even going as far as to almost killing her own dang self to, you know, start to, you know, finish her mission. It's wild. It's an absolute wild ride. And if you want an anime that is just full of action and not that much talking when it gets to that action, Tanya's the one. This is the show for you. Absolute nothing but non-stop action. And I was surprised at how much action there was. And the funny thing is, it's not always about the action that's on the battlefield. It's within that dialogue that, you know, the anime also tries to shine as well. Because you're not just seeing the battle between the fatherland in whatever country that's in their way, you're also seeing the battle between Project X and Tanya. Because really think about it, Tanya's the only one that has to deal with this Project X person. She's the only one that has to absolutely hear Project X and deal with whatever he's gonna throw at her. Pretty much, she has to be psychologically ready at all times and have to deal with this all by herself. I mean, yeah, she got her party members and whatever in her, squadron, but it's not really anything that they can deal with when it comes to this entity. This is some levels of stuff that Tanya just have to keep a clear head on and pretty much, handle on her own. Like in Isekai Quartet, she was gonna murder literally Aqua just because she was some type of deity. But not all deities are the same, and obviously Aqua poses no threat to nobody. She ain't gonna go ahead and try to do something weird to Tanya. Absolutely not. So, it's a lot of stuff. So, it's not just a physical battle, but it's a psychological battle that, honestly, I could appreciate. It's kind of like, how much longer can Tanya actually, endure the weight of Project X nonsense, honestly. And I know someone might be wondering as well, Jay, I thought your release wouldn't let you watch something like this. Well, it would be, but it's really wrong but it's really not accurate to what I believe in at all. And just for a quick little lesson in it, for starters, God would not go out his way to literally try to save someone that is trying so hard to not get with the program. In all honesty, he would just be like, alright, fine, I'll just let it go. And then let whatever things happen to you. That's pretty much how it goes if you're trying to resent so hard. This is clearly, some weird obsession in this show that just isn't really healthy on either side. So it's strange. It's a strange. So when I first, because that was one thing I guess that kind of deterred me from watching it at first. But then once I started watching, I was like, okay, this is really unrealistic, even by biblical standards. So even if you are religious to a certain extent, I suggest you don't have to watch it, but you can, because it's not really at all realistic whatsoever. And to be perfectly honest, it's not. It seems more like, to me, that this Project X is more like, I would have to agree, posing as some type of god that is not really God. And I think it's like I think it might be some type of demon person thing that's trying to get Tanya, honestly. Because no way in the world would God ever go this far. I'm pretty certain that would be, the case. But anyway, there's not a lot of... Now, I do know that there is a movie of Tanya, but I have not seen it. And I probably should watch that before we get into the season 2 of things. But also, there is not a lot of waifus in the show going into it. If you're used to this type of content on my channel, you will know I always like talking about the waifus. But fun fact, there's not that many. There's only about 3 in this entire show. Maybe one more, but that's about it. But because you got Tanya, you got Victoria, and you got the one chick that fled to America. And that's it. You don't have anybody else. Everybody else is, not there. And the fun fact is, at least from what I've heard, is that when it comes to, making some Gentai material of Tanya or any other characters, they were designed to look this way because they was trying to make sure that people don't make, some type of Gentai on these characters. Spoilers, it didn't work. Are you meaning to tell me someone's gonna ignore Tanya's actual lips? Like, look at this. Look at Victoria. Look at Tanya. You mean to tell me that someone is going to just not draw her, sucking something off? I'm pretty sure you didn't design those lips for nothing. To actually not making the Gentai of her? Yeah, sure, buddy. Yeah, sure. That's absolutely hilarious. That you really didn't want people to make Gentai material of Tanya actually sucking on something. I'm just saying. But point is, if that was the route you go in, maybe don't give her the best dick sucking lips I've ever seen on a lolly. I'm just saying. Now, personally, do I think you should go after Tanya if she was your waifu? Absolutely not. She's gonna chop your wiener off.
I don't need ammo.
Oh, no.
My fair lady.
But besides all that, she is cute. Yes, she has the way evil eyes that, you know, you don't want to deal with. But at the same time, you kind of want to take a chance with this one. I'll be perfectly honest. And if you don't want this, well, you do got Victoria. And I guess I'll go ahead and say this as well. If someone comes at you and be like, oh, you want to smash Tanya, but she's reincarnated, you're still effing the salaryman, you sus. Now hold on. When it comes to fiction, when it comes to reincarnation of that type of way, it does not matter. To be perfectly honest, I'm gonna tell you like this. Because, yes, she was a salaryman at one point. However, she was reincarnated, meaning she's a fully blown woman now. Meaning if you go get some of that ass of Tanya, it is 100% okay. It's just like the Avatar. Yes, the Avatar soul is still the same. However, even though it was Aang at one point, you know, even though it was Aang, it transformed and turned into Korra. So yes, you could go ahead and eat Korra's ass out too. You could go ahead and smash Korra as well. It's absolutely fine, because it's just, while the soul may be the same, that body is completely different, and it's, you know, fully blooded female woman Korra body all over. It doesn't do anything to it. Won't be strange. It's not all that strange, honestly. And I'll be damned if someone say, oh, you can't smash Korra because she used to be Aang. Aang, prepare. But Korra got some of that black ass and I'm trying to get in, so bear with me. Anyway, point is, Tanya is a really good show. I highly recommend that you check it out before getting into season 2, before it drops. If it hasn't already dropped, I don't think it has yet. But, you know, it's a really good show if you haven't seen it. If you like a lot of action and not a lot of talking, it is something that you would like to get into. Also, if you like to see like the psychological side of Tanya when it comes to these conversations, I also recommend that you watch it as well. Honestly, I think I would give Tanya about I would say an 8.5 out of 10. I would honestly give Tanya an 8.5 out of 10 because it's really damn good. I don't see why a lot of people don't watch this show. I don't see why a lot of people wouldn't watch this show. I would say it's an 8.5 out of 10. Oh gosh dang it, now I gotta make this a versus. Anyway, point is, Tanya's good. Go watch it. You're trying to bang, she's probably gonna shoot you in the face. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about for this one, so hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and like to donate to the channel. Patreon is available as well. Please go to that Patreon. And until then, this is your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.
Baby, say my name as if you got a fucking clue. Always caught up in the moment, not condoning what I do. I've been messing with my chemistry to find the better me. Putting thoughts up on the page in hopes that you could get to me. Been this way since legit, my brain couldn't quit. Running from my issues, roll the pain in a spliff. Fade away every hit. Nobody needed me, too afraid to commit.